Hello, 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 and welcome to the Get Caught Up podcast. I am your host, podcaster, author, and film producer, Untamed, and I am so glad to be joined because I missed my Gail last time
All
with
right.
with Crystal. Yes, the future author, Miss Crystal, but book reviewer, book blogger, and also host of the Get Caught Up podcast. How are you doing this evening, Crystal?
Yeah, I'm so tired. My eyes are probably about like this big. And you want to know what? You're right. I wasn't here the last time because I just came in town. And
Yes.
here I am again. I just got back in town yesterday.
Just got back in town. Yeah, you
Yeah.
were dealing with
You
some
know,
traffic
it's like
issues last
you need
time.
to stay
Yeah.
home, but I'm not. But I'm so excited to
Oh,
be here. I'm excited about our guests because y'all, I'm telling you, if y'all have not read this book, y'all sleeping for real.
yeah, for
Definitely sleeping.
real.
So I'm
For
excited
real.
to finally get to talk to him, ask some questions. And I missed you too on team. I was like,
I
I feel like I ain't talked to you in a month of Sundays, even though we
I know.
text.
We texted, but we hadn't talked. We haven't
Yes,
really talked. So
yes,
yeah,
yes,
no, it's been a minute, and so I missed you from our last show. You weren't able to get. You were just
yes,
getting back, and then you had to deal with some traffic issues. So, but
yes.
our last guest, she totally understood. But I always love. Look, Oprah always loved having her girl. You know,
Of course. And you
we
know,
would.
Gail ain't well, I'm gonna say it. Gail ain't nothing with Oprah without Oprah. So
I know,
yes, I
right?
said it here.
Listen, I want to be like, we Michael and Pippin, but Pippin be tripping these days. So guess who I gotta use? We Kobe and Shaq before they fell out. But they fell back
Mm-mm.
in. They fell back in though. So that's good. That's a good analogy. Kobe
Right.
and
There
Shaq.
we
We Kobe
go.
and Shaq.
Yep.
So goodness gracious, because nobody else. I don't know. We got a couple of combinations, but ain't nothing like them two right now.
We can
Michael and
be Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
there you go. We gonna be Cardi and Megan.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Bongos.
yeah. Hmm.
Bongos. So
But
let's
I don't know. I like WAP a little bit better. So, but we can go with bongos.
listen. They be like, y'all just stick to Oprah again. How about that?
Yeah, we'll do that.
y'all stick to Oprah again.
Yes.
No ma'am. I can't bongo. Look, I can't bongo, and I'm sure I'm gonna talk about the WAP. So
Right. The way my knees set up. Mm-mm. Nope.
therefore, that's the part. That's the part. Maybe when I was 21, but no, nothing. But listen, they like, yeah, we can tell y'all hadn't been together for a while. Y'all just talking.
I know. Sorry, we
but
do that.
all right, we do. Look, this how we act when we like we don't have company. So I'm gonna act like we got company in the room. Let's put it back on like we got company, y'all. So listen, what am I supposed to do? Yes, I'm supposed to be shouting out our sponsors. See, I forgot about them. Look, poor
Yes.
people,
Don't forget
and
about
I
them.
can't forget about y'all because y'all help keep the dream alive. So we appreciate you guys. Look, let me go back into my professional mode. We are presented by Untamed Publishing. Allow us to help you unlock your unlimited writing potential. If you are an aspiring new or even a seasoned author, you need help along your literary journey, visit www.untamedpublishing.net for your literary service needs. There are a plethora of services, which is also where you will go to sign up for author interviews on the Contact Us page, which will reopen on December 15th for the 2024 year because 2023 is completely full. And we thank everybody who signed up and still was trying to sign up. we thank you so much.
Thank you, and I thank you. Yes.
Yes, yes. They kept the assistants busy over here with the scheduling. So yes, we appreciate you for another great year, great season. Also, we want to give much love and shouts out to Kiana Dene, XO, JC, KB's Bookshelf, Tyler Landscaping, Jones Pressure Washing and Lawn Care, and me and my son's lawn care for all of the money that jiggles, that folds, and everything in between that you all donate to the podcast to keep it going. We appreciate you so, so much. And if you would like to be a sponsor, you know what to do. Hit up anchor.fm/ get caught up. And there are sponsorship pages available as low as 99 cents a month. So we appreciate everything that you guys do for us in the podcast. So
Yes, thank you.
we appreciate it. We appreciate it. And so, oh look, you missed out on the birthday announcements, birthday anniversaries, all of that good stuff. So it's okay. It's okay.
It
But
is. I said it on the Writer Wednesday.
you did. You said it on the Right on Wednesday podcast. But I look, I'm gonna show some more love to my husband
Yes.
because we celebrated 23 years on September 16th. And so we're gonna
All
head out of
right.
town. We trying to get out of town this weekend. We couldn't get out of town for our anniversary weekend, so we trying to get out of here this weekend.
Yep.
Um,
Roll out.
well, look,
Roll
we had
out.
to make our schedules align to get out of town. Like,
Hmm.
no, we got to go. So
Look, I'm
schedule
already
go.
trying to put a trip together for October.
Listen, I got to go. I got to get out of here and get me a break in. So,
Yes,
uh,
you deserve one.
so thank you. I do. I do. I do. He do too. So he works hard. But
Yeah,
yes. But enough about all of that. All of that, because we are here tonight. We have a very special guest, and I am excited. I'm gonna tell you why I'm excited though, because it is for some reason it's a rarity that we actually have men folk on our show,
I
right?
know.
Always chilling out with the girls, but tonight is all about the men, one man in particular. And so I am going to let you read his bio so that we can intro him in.
All righty, let's go. So, tonight we will be talking to Mr. Lamartz Brown. He is a renowned brand marketing guru, business coach, and founder of Life Lyrics Entertainment. Lamartz was born and raised in Paterson, New Jersey. He attended Berkeley College and graduated magna cum laude with a Bachelor of Science in Business Management. He may have a sixth sense for business, but Lamarck's two biggest passions are writing and helping young people in his community. Through his work and his books, Lamarck strives to help youth realize their potential and become better adults who will succeed in life. Lamarck founded Life Lyrics Entertainment as a platform through which young and aspiring producers, filmmakers, and writers can reach a wider audience with ease. With his books, Lamarck aims to bring some new and fresh stories to contemporary urban literature lovers. Lamarck is the author of two novels, Built on Broken Pieces and Blank Canvas of Youth. Lamarck's inspiration is real life issues and stuff that people don't like to talk about. Taboo topics spiced up with a unique twist. You ain't never lied. Lamartz is a warm and genuine person who believes that there is still some beauty left in the world. When he's not writing or helping people, Lamartz enjoys being a loving husband and father. Lamartz Brown, welcome to the UP Hot Seat. How are
Welcome,
you?
welcome,
Hey,
welcome.
good. Hey, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate you guys.
Well, thank you for joining us. So let me tell
Yes.
y'all this because y'all not gonna get to see this, okay? But I'm gonna just share a little bit of tea.
Yes,
So,
shut it,
me and
girl.
Untamed sitting in here looking like we always look, just in here, just like, oh, we just record and we always turn on the camera so we can see each other. We play off each other. That's what we do. But no, Mr. Brown come up in here with a button-up shirt, tie, little sweater vest, looking
Yes.
all like he just got off of the runway and interviewed something. And we sitting here
Listen,
like, well, damn, do we need to turn the camera off and come back? But
Man,
listen.
I had
Hey.
to bring the wine to the party. We
I
couldn't
like
physically
wine.
be together. We couldn't physically be together, so I had to bring the wine to the party. You know?
I
I
like
know that's
wine.
right. I like the wine.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna have to
Yes.
take a screenshot so we can show everybody. Like, this is how spiffy he looked, and this is how we was looking,
And this how we look. Right.
and
Yeah.
this how we
You guys
look.
are still beautiful queens. That's it.
Thank you
Thank
It
very
doesn't
much.
you.
change.
Thank you
Thank
very much.
you.
Yes, yes. I
Absolutely.
appreciate that
We
because
appreciate
the
it.
way I'm set
Yes.
up, I'm ready to go to sleep.
Listen,
Yeah,
she's
long
like,
long day.
she's like, as soon as I log off, I'm logging into the bed. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't go to bed early, but it might be an early night.
It might be one. Oh
Yeah,
Yes, I
wow.
came home yesterday and I don't take naps. I passed out for 3 hours. I told my daughter, I said, oh, wake me
Wow.
up in 2 hours. Mm-mm.
Wow.
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 That's
She
that
was
That
like,
good
means
sleep.
yeah.
yeah. That
She was
means you
like, it's
needed it.
5:30. I said, leave me alone and rolled over.
That means you needed it. That means you needed
Yes.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
you needed
So
it.
So yes, well, now look, I guess that opened up to what our next segment, right? Which is get it off your chest. So look, she
Yeah.
got it off her chest about the fact we
Well,
yesterday was
that's not what I want to
like,
get off my
oh,
chest.
she said she got some more to get off her
She
chest.
Yes, I
got
got
some
some more.
more.
Okay, she got
Pour it
some.
out.
Yes.
Pour it out.
So let's get what you got. Get off your chest, girl.
Okay, so let me just share this because I like I'm transparent. I feel like I tell all my business. Y'all probably know too much stuff about me as it is. But so this weekend, well, my goal in life is, well, one of my goals is to travel all 50 states before I'm 50, right?
Okay.
So I've been traveling a lot lately. So this weekend I went to Minnesota. Now, my friend that I travel with, I love traveling with her because I've learned in life there's a traveler and there's a vacationer. I've learned that I'm a traveler. So I like to go, and when I go to places, see how the locals live and then just explore the area. So um we was in Minneapolis. We went to Minnesota. Her daughter lives in Bloomington, but we went to Minneapolis, and we went to see where George Floyd died
Mm.
Wow.
and to see the memorial. So I cannot wait to put like my video together of pictures I have. But I was telling people it was just something different about that area, like that one
Mm.
spot. It was like, how you go places and it just seemed loud, but then it's not. And that's
Mm.
how I felt. It was like a somber vibe over it. And I was just like, it was just
Mm.
different, but I really enjoyed it. And to see, so like it was a guy, he was out there, bouncing the soccer ball, playing the piano, because they had all this stuff at the gas station. Like they had books where you can drop off books, take a book, and I was just like, it was just amazing to see. The memorial is still there, all of the things are there, the store, they changed the name, but the thing is that the businesses that are there still there are suffering because
Mm.
it's like a memorial to him, but then you have the names of other people who have died on the street. I don't know, it was just beautiful. So mine is more so not a rant or a rave. It was just an experience that I felt like I was not ready to experience. So
Mm.
it was nice. It was definitely nice. So I can't wait to put the video together to kind of like show it so you can see it through my eyes. But it was definitely a different feel for me going on a trip. So that's
Wow.
all I had to do to get off my chest.
Well, look, I think that was probably very, it's somber, but humbling and just kind of
Yes.
in today's world where everything is, I call it like the microwave age.
Yeah.
It's here today, gone a second
Tomorrow.
later. And
Yeah.
it's the uprise today. Tomorrow, everything is kosher. Like we don't really take time to really understand and appreciate those moments,
Right.
because that was real. Like we saw it live and in color, but it's
Yes,
so
live on
much
television.
live that
Yeah.
sometimes we become desensitized to it. And so it's good to reflect on it, but for the reason that you did, for something to sink into you, to be a positive moment, be a moment that allows you to reflect and stop for a moment and consider
Right.
life and consider, the things that are happening around you in your society. So yeah, it feels like one of those moments, like immediately as soon as you said it, like it was a shift even with us, because
Yes.
we were just like,
Yes.
Yeah.
wow, it just made you not, sad and reflectively sad, but also just make you reflect, think, and just kind of
Right.
appreciate life and understand the preciousness of it,
That,
in that
yes,
moment.
like
So,
definitely. And it wasn't, I like the fact, like I said, even though it was where he died, they also gave, you know, they also recognized other black people who were killed.
mm,
So it was, like I said, it was definitely different. And it was just like, whew. And then, we got back in the car, drove off, and then just started singing and dancing to music like it was nothing. But it
yeah,
definitely was a shift when we
yeah,
went there. And I was like,
yeah.
I was asking my friend, I was like, do you feel like, she was like, yeah. So I don't know,
Hmm.
but it was different. It was different.
Well, listen, mine is gonna be real quick, and it's not as in depth, but but mine is not. I'm like yours. Mine is not. a rant or a rave. Well, it may be a little bit of a rave. Let me say a little. I'm gonna just claim that it's a rave.
Okay.
Um, because um, and Tyson and I were speaking today, and we're gonna get T-shirts made. As you know, we've been doing films for a good little minute, but the last one we had, it was one of those things where, baby, everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and
Right.
everything that you didn't even think about going wrong went wrong. So we had to really put on our big girl pants and see what it taught us to see what we were made of in the moment, and so coming towards the end of this, we're getting t-shirts made that says, before I was just making films, now I'm a filmmaker. Okay,
I
so
like
Okay,
that.
okay.
I
Yes,
like
let's
that.
go. Yeah.
like, because you don't really feel like, you may feel it in the moment when you get your, first few projects, but it's the one that tests you, that tests your muscle to see if you're gonna break. That's the one that's like, we feel like that's the one that says, no, now you got the right to say
Yep.
you a
That's so
filmmaker.
true.
Because baby, when I say make a film, woo, when I tell you make a film, it is just that. And so that is my rave, because I'm just so happy that we're at the end of it, but I'm also happy about the final product, because we went through the hell and the high water,
Right. Yep.
Wow.
getting this project done. And so I'm so excited about it, and I cannot wait for it. Now I can honestly say I cannot wait for it to come out, because
Yes.
baby, when I say popping my collar, it's gonna be popping like collar.
Yes.
So that is
Wow.
my
Congrats.
rave. Thank you, thank you, thank
Yeah,
you.
congrats. That's a big step. That's a big step. So yeah, definitely pat yourself on the back because who, although it was difficult and you ranting or raving about it now, once it come out and everybody see the finished product, I'm sure, it's gonna be dope. So that's what's up.
Of
Thank you. Thank
course.
you. I appreciate that. Yes, I'm excited. I can't wait for it. I could breathe a sigh of relief that
Yes.
we made it through this thing. We did. We did. And I mean, it was, and it's not just us. Our whole entire team, like, we toughed it out. We went through some challenges. I mean, even from, when I say beginning to end, like from pre-prod all the way to
And you got it.
post-prod, like we did. We went through the fire, girl, and it's like, especially on set, there was so much that was just, again, like, I can't even describe it. But the biggest thing, even in that moment, was we had an unexpected ice snowstorm that came, and
Wow.
Mm.
yeah, just, having to worry about the safety of your crew, of your actors, having
Right.
to put people up in places because they couldn't even make it home. It was, just even the stress of that was enough. It was a lot, making sure people were eating because there was no restaurants open. It was hard. It was really difficult. Even in the moment of filming, and so we just really, everyone buckled down. They hung in there. They were some troopers. Like, we went through the fire. So I appreciate every last one of them. I
Hmm.
love them to death. I take nothing from them. They know they're one of the few, the first people I probably call if we ever need to do something, because I was like, yeah, no, y'all are built. y'all been trying in the fire, so I know what you can do. so
Mm-hmm.
so yes, no, that's my rave. I'm gonna say it's a rave, because definitely not a rant. If I want to rant about anything, well, I will rant about the weather, but then I have to take that up with the good Lord. So
Right.
I'm like, Lord,
Right.
you did what you wanted to do, so I'm gonna let that go. But no, but so I'm gonna say it's a rave, because I'm so proud of everyone who's connected to it, because they brought their all and gave 1,000%, to get this to the finish line. So yes.
Well, I
So you
can't wait
guys,
to
I
see
love
it.
you guys. I love you. So Lamar, what is it that you need to rant or rave about? Whatever it is, you can rant, you can rave. It doesn't matter. It could be an in
Yes.
between.
Got you. So I'm on this kick where I'm on this thing while I heal, right? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going through this healing process, and I think my rant would be, while people heal, you have to understand that it's not personal.
Yes.
And that's just it. Because at the end of the day, it's not about you. It's about the person being
Yep.
able
Mhm.
to get up in the morning. It's about the person being able to function throughout the day,
Yep.
and handle responsibilities. And once that person gets themselves right, once they are almost healed, because sometimes I feel like we will never be fully healed. It will always be a process. I think that at the end of the day, they're healing, so give them grace to heal. That's it.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Thank
Say it
you.
again for the
So
people in the back
important.
who's down the street around the corner and didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Because you can tell somebody you're healing. You can tell somebody I'm working on myself. You can tell somebody that I'm still working on myself, and they still gonna say, well, what's your problem?
Mm-hmm.
Or you sure
Yes.
you okay? Or but you wasn't like that at first.
Mm-hmm.
When you start getting like that.
Or look, or just take it personal. Like everything is
Yep.
like a personal attack on them. It's like, no, when I say it's really not. It's just allow
Mm-hmm.
me to have my space because it's like this, and people take everything personal. I mean, everything these days and times, it's like everything is taken personal. If I don't
Yep.
speak to you, you take it personally. If I'm speaking, but I'm not speaking the way you want me to speak, I am taking it personally. Sometimes, even if you just speak and you just say hello, well, normally you should ask me how I'm doing. It's like, oh, but Lord,
So true.
so you can't please everybody. So what you have to do is just please yourself and make sure that, if you do have a belief, you please them before God. If not, just please yourself.
Yeah.
I always tell people like you can
Mm-hmm.
only be responsible for you. You can only be responsible
Exactly.
for yourself. So but no, that is a great, great point. So
That is a
but
great
were you
one.
finished with your rate on your
Yeah. Yeah. So that was it. That was it for
rate?
me.
Okay.
While I heal, give me grace.
Give me grace. I know that's right. Look, and we go. I'm glad you said it again. Like Kristen said, for the people in the back around the corner down the street who didn't hear it,
Yep.
like, while I heal, give me grace. Yeah, we're gonna look. You might need to put that on a t-shirt.
And see,
For real.
I feel like you being nice by saying why I'm healing, give you grace. Because if I'm healing and you don't want to give me grace, back the fuck off.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
my
That's the
grace.
only other
That's the
Exactly.
grace
option.
I'm giving you. You don't like what I'm doing? Bye. I don't care. So I like the
Exactly.
fact that you saying give me grace because you basically asking, let me work on myself. And then we
Hmm.
can, we then something can happen. But not you don't owe people that. See, that's another thing people need to realize. We don't owe you nothing.
That's true.
Hmm.
That is
If
Hmm.
true.
I want you to know what I'm going through, I will tell you. If I don't want you to know, if I'm working on myself, you don't have to know. I don't have to give you grace.
Listen.
I can tell you to mind your
Listen.
business, but you are
Yes.
extending the grace. So Lamar said, whoever ain't listening, give him grace.
Whoever ain't listening, give
Yep.
me. But I'll say this to that, and then we'll move on. Look, we'll move on. But I'll say this to that. Social media is a big culprit of that. People not know how to mind their business
Yep.
because that it's good and it has a lot of great points. But one of the many down points of social media is that everybody think they have access or need access to everybody's everything, and you just don't. It's like and I mean, that's the nature of the beast because I won't lie, we can all be honest. Sometimes people do say stuff and it's cryptic and you like, what the hell going on? What I mean, because that's natural instinct. You want to know. But
Right.
I think the line in the sand is where you have to be adult enough, mature enough to know that if they wanted you to know, they would tell you. Don't be going on these people posts asking them what's wrong and then get mad when they tell you, mind your business. I told you as much as I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
you
Exactly.
know, I mean, but I will say this to that too. In also doing that, don't be that type of person who put every single detail out there and then get mad when people say, "Well, what's going on?" Well, you've been telling me everything else. We on season 3, chapter
Yes, we are.
episode at 14 or your drama, and now you want to shut up. No, we invested. Get us to the season
I
Yeah.
finale.
ran about that a while ago. Don't put your business out there, and then when people get mad and say something to you, you want to be in your feelings. You should have shut your mouth.
Exactly. Yeah, don't
Exactly.
Yep.
cancel those show now because it ain't going the way you think it should go. Don't
Right.
cancel the show
Yep.
now.
No,
Hmm.
cancellation. No, we want to get to the season finale and see what the end gonna
I'm
be.
just saying.
Yep.
Hello.
That's it. That's it. Well, oh my goodness. So Lamar, Crystal read your bio, which is an awesome bio. I mean, you are highly educated and you have something so positive, you know,
Yes.
for the youth. So I for before we hop in even into the author, your author life, I want to just ask you a little bit about your Life Lyrics entertainment platform where you help young and inspiring producers and filmmakers and writers. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Because I would love for the youth or anybody just who is aspiring to go into that field to learn more. As you see, I'm passionate about it. So,
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
and, and I told them the real, like everything don't always go as planned. So, if you could just tell us a breakdown about your platform, I would love to hear more.
Yeah, absolutely. So Life Lyrics, to me came at a time in my life where I really was trying to figure out what I wanted to do from, a young man into a man. You get what I'm saying? So,
Right.
Mhm.
at the time I was kind of like the youth leader, in my church. And I had a lot of young people with a lot of great ideas, but they just didn't know how to channel it or what to do with it. So my job was to talk them through it, give them my experience of what I kind of done, to understand a little bit about films. First it started with books for me, then it moved to stage plays, and eventually, like you said, definitely trying to do movies, actually partnering with my business partner Erica Williams, on a movie. But it's time for me to jump in that arena as well. So I think being a positive role model for young people, I'm not after their money, I'm not trying to get them for their ideas or anything like that. I want to see them progress and I want to see them grow. So I just want to be that shining light in every young filmmaker life that feel like they couldn't make it. So that's just it. And it's crazy because it sounds a little preachy or motivational, but at the end of the day, that's the type of person I am. So
I
No,
like
that's
that.
good.
I
They
definitely
need
like that.
that. They act, and I feel like that's so needed. And like you said, when you have youth that have a lot of ideas, you have to give them an outlet and
Yes.
show them a structure and some discipline as far as how to get this out. Because good energy can quickly turn into negative energy these days of time
yes,
with
it could.
with look, not even with our youth, because some of our adults are losing their whole
Some of I'm about to
mind.
say some of the adults too.
They lose their
Yeah,
mind too. So we need that place where we can center and focus and hone in on specific talents, and help cultivate that because you just never know where that's gonna lead. Programs and
exactly.
platforms like that, they help build up, these youth and these people who have these ideas, and it helps them turn it from an idea to a goal to and bring that all into fruition. And then they see themselves writing scripts and screenplays. They see
Right.
themselves, producing. They see themselves, making films. And so then that motivates them to possibly go into a life career of it, even if it's a hobby.
Yep.
It's something to basically hone in on their time. Give them some
Yes.
positive things to do with it. To have some time. If you got some time on your hand, you can be doing this instead of that. So it's like
Exactly.
so I appreciate it for one. So yes, no, and we all need motivation because trust me, these days and times there's so much. Every time you turn on the TV, the social media, the anything, it's always
Man.
something positive, but then it's always something
Something
negative.
negative. One,
It's
Yeah.
always
one thing
something
positive,
negative.
five things negative. And then I
Negative.
just think we need new, fresh eyes, fresh ears, new voices.
Hmm.
I mean,
Hmm.
because with your, ooh, I got the hiccup. Sorry, but I just moved back to the DMV, and I said I wanted to take what I do with my books and go into helping kids like reading. But I never know. We might have some future writers, some
Yep.
future
Mhm.
filmmakers, and they need somebody that's going to believe in them and help them. So I was like, that was something I was looking at. So that's good to know that you have that. So I might have to be sliding in your DM.
Yeah,
I know,
I'm
right?
telling you.
Yes.
And I'm getting real, like, real serious about it because I got a play, coming up, turning one of the books into a play. So it's a
Is it the
lot of
one we're discussing?
avenues.
Is it the one we're discussing?
No, so it's my first book. My first book.
Oh,
I am gonna adapt it into a play. I think I want to really go that route. That is a route that is kind of not
tapped
done
on.
right now.
Yep.
I feel like Tyler Perry came in, did his thing. People came after him, but now I feel like there's a void there. Like,
Yep.
and I want to give
Mhm.
something new, something fresh. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah, it is
Okay.
a void. So I'm so
Well, I
glad
need to
that
get
you're.
into this first book then.
Yeah,
Yes,
you gotta jump in.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
so glad that you're going to fill the void because yes, he has left one, but I understand you have to after a while you have to move on and you have to continue to kind of reinvent yourself and continue to thrive and do different things and make different moves because
Right.
of course burnout, and that was his biggest thing was he had burnout,
Yeah,
and so he had to be able to sit back because you want to enjoy the fruits of your labor as well. You don't
yes,
want
you
to just
do.
burn out and then next thing you know you're sick, you pass away, and you never ever got a chance to look at
Yep.
and
To
smell
do
your own
anything.
roses. So yeah, I understand. So yes, we definitely fill the void. So now you are into contemporary, you're writing contemporary urban literature. And I want to just ask, how, first of all, you know, what made you become a writer and why contemporary urban fiction?
Wow. So I never really looked at myself as a writer. For different reasons, I really wasn't, confident in, my writing abilities. Now, I used to write passages, send them to my friends, they tell me that, it's good and, I should, continue, but it never was something that I was confident in. So I never kind of jumped into that realm. But when I read, Be More Careful, Shannon Holmes, for the
Mm-hmm.
first
I
time,
love
Yes,
that book.
I'm telling you, that was my first
yes.
introduction, into urban fiction and urban literature. And let me tell you something. The way he told that story, I'm like, wow, you can tell stories like that and nobody's going to be offended, or, you can tell stories like that and people gravitate to it. So
Right.
I was like, bet, like, let me try to see, if I can do it. So I was a junior, I think, in high school, when I started developing, this story. I wrote three versions of it before it is actually the book that it is today, which is built on broken pieces. But my love for urban fiction is what sparked my writing capability, or my need and my will to write. So it just happened organically. I didn't believe in it. I got linked up with author B Love. Shouts out to B Love. That's my
Yes.
mentor. That
Yes.
that's my heart. I love her. She is so honest, so raw, so real. She taught me so much, on this journey of being an author. I got with her, and she was like, "No, I'm gonna help you finish this book," and it was done, and I became a writer, never thinking of a second book, never thinking of a third book or even a fourth book. But once that first book came out and I saw that I was able to do it, then I knew that I was an author.
Yep.
Awesome. That's so beautiful. And I love when we in the industry, extend that mentorship out to each other. It's such a beautiful thing because I always say I'm a stickler, and I say it all the time. Like, we do better together. We
Yes.
We
do.
definitely do.
It's just an honest thing. Like, Sometimes you need a person to bounce ideas off of. You need somebody just to be able to talk to and talk about the stressors. Because even though we love it, it doesn't mean it doesn't come without its level of stress and anxiety that you experience, even if it's nothing but the anxiety of publishing a book. Because regardless if it's your first book or your 100th book, every book you release, you have that anxiety. People love it, they're gonna
Yep.
relate, they're gonna connect to this book. So it's always still there, but also the business and the art of it. You have to have those connections and that networking to cultivate the business sector of it, and also it helps you with the creativity. You know,
Absolutely.
People
That's
shun
true.
that, but they don't understand. And I give this simple example all the time when we get into these discussions. It's like, why do you think they have writers' room for television shows, for major networks, for movies? They have
Exactly.
writers' room because one person's vision isn't going to display the whole vision of what this show or what this movie is about. You have a writer's room so that you can bounce ideas off each other, because I'm gonna say something that's gonna spark something in you, and you're gonna say something that I wasn't thinking about, and that's gonna spark somebody else. And before you know it, you have a masterpiece that you all contributed to.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
so it's very good to be able to have a mentor in that way, where when you say something to them, you might be having a writer's block, or you just maybe trying to, cultivate the scene, and you're not quite sure how to do it, and they can say the one thing, and you're like, oh, I got it now. It's flowing like a river. So it
Exactly.
it is so important, and it's important to have that sisterhood and that brotherhood within the literary industry. So look, so that was some quick tea for everybody aspiring. Like, don't
Yeah.
get ahead and feeling like you
Get
got
you a team of people, because
Yes.
right.
you
Yes.
You
know,
need it. You
I
don't get out
thank
here thinking you
Untamed
know
for
everything.
always helping me out. I mean, I have Untamed behind me. I have author Miss Sassy the author. I have LA
Mm-hmm.
Sky. I have Mo
Mm-hmm.
Flame. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely get you a team of people.
Yeah, and you know who else I have to really give a shout out to? Author T Styles. Like, she's
Yes.
always been
Yes.
my
Yes.
heart. Like, from the beginning, from Black and Ugly, even to now. I was in her Elite Writers Academy
Oh
before,
wow.
and let me tell you, she is the truth. She's a straight shooter. Like, T Styles don't play. Like, she makes you really think. So shouts out to her, because I learned a lot. While I was under her umbrella of the Elite Writers Academy. So yeah,
I
most
love it.
definitely.
Awesome. And I love Tisa. You are absolutely correct. Like, and
Yes.
she is very giving of information. She does
Yeah,
not. She's a
yes.
teacher. She's really a teacher. And if you get the opportunity to go up under her tutelage, take the advantage of it. It's important, because even if you're not in the academy, and I say this out here, and I throw this out here for aspiring writers, like, she, even through her website, like, she sells certain materials. Like, even if you
She
don't
do.
join, she will sell. She sells it. It's, you can read. Take the time to read it. I have actually purchased some of her material. I wasn't part of her Elite Academy, but honey, I jumped on some Zoom calls where she was like, "Here, it's open to the public," or
Yeah.
I got this available on my website. Yes, I go. Cause you like I said again, you need a team. I'll jump in there and I'll be like, so thank you, T Styles. Let me throw that out there to myself. Thank you, T
Yep.
Styles, because you have helped me,
Yes.
honey. When I want to learn about Kindle Miller, I sure went
Yes.
because she was getting the information and she was sharing it. And I was
Yes, she
like,
was.
let me go and find out what this is about. So you have to, don't feel pressured to feel like you have to know everything about everything, because you're just not.
Right.
And
Exactly.
this industry is ever changing. So you always have to connect with people and, kind of stay on your toes in it. So don't ever get stagnant. Don't ever get stagnant. So
Exactly.
what we're gonna do right here is we're gonna take a quick break, and then when we come back, we are going to get into the book. So what you guys, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna read the synopsis when we come back, but Crystal is gonna read us a snippet, and then we are gonna get into the questions, because I do have one particular question, but I want to wait until we get into the book, and I want to ask you about it, because man, um, yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is interesting. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So we will be right back in just one moment. Hello, hello, hello. We are back. Welcome back. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are with author Lamartz Brown. And earlier we were getting some things off our chest, some good things off our chest. We wasn't ranting today, y'all. We was raving today. So we getting some good little raves off of our chest and speaking more about his platform, Life Leads Entertainment, and also, just about networking and being able to connect and mentorship. So this has been a teachable moment. But
It really
now,
has.
but now we got to get into the thicker phase because we got to get into this good book. So I, as promised, am going to read the synopsis for Blank Canvases of You. So look, now y'all gonna see me. I gotta take off my glasses, like we said earlier. You gotta take off our glasses to see and put them on
Gotta
to
take it
hear.
off
So
to see.
I gotta take it off to see, because
Right.
yes, I'm like, wait a minute now. uh, Look, I promise y'all, one day all these glasses and prescriptions gonna work like they're supposed to. Okay.
Finally. Right.
Look, finally. And for those who are younger than us lovely ladies here, just as my grandma say, keep on living.
Keep on living.
Keep
Right.
on living. So here is the synopsis for Blank Canvases of EU. Two worlds collide by point look, two worlds collide by the paintbrushes that turn a blank canvas into an all-encompassing journey of a love that may abound. When Mega the car lost the love of his life, he started seeing things through a different lens. So much so that painting no longer was his piece. While wrapped up in a job gone wrong, Mega discovers the unparalleled perfection of a new friend, Miss Mona Lisa Sutton. I love that. I love
I
her
know.
name. For Mona Lisa Sutton, the owner of Picturesque Art Gallery in Hackensack, New Jersey, life wasn't always a fairy tale. Between her mother leaving her for dead, oof, and her father's scandalous ways, she had to fight for her black girl magic, both physically and mentally. Who would have thought, as she finds herself, she also finds solace in a world of chaos? Together, Mega and Mona Lisa experience the creation of a portrait hand painted by life's unexpected pop up shops of the past, the present, and possible future. Will their love for art frame and protect such a masterpiece, or will the blank canvases display despair and detriments?
Mm.
Mm, Such a powerful synopsis, but Crystal,
It was.
listen. I'm gonna throw it to you, to read the snippet, and then I got a quick question before we dive into this book. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay, so Lo, let me take my glasses off so I can see what I'm reading. All right, here we go. Damn. They say milk does a body good, but what type of milk y'all drinking? That shit got to be from Wakanda. Mona's animated friend joined us as her eyes lustfully landed on Ashai. Did I say his name right? Ashay?
Yes, you did. A shot.
Oh,
You
Ashai.
said it right.
Okay. I can show you how to keep your vitamin D levels up, Ashai mouthed off with a grin. I loved him. I bet you will, Mona. Girl, you didn't tell me he had a friend, Mona's friend yelled while walking off in a hurry to the back. That got a chuckle out of both of us. Bro, you didn't tell me she had a friend. Ashai looked at me, rubbing his hands together. She talks too much, but I got something to shut her up. I couldn't hold in my laugh, knowing he was dead serious. Ashai loved a good challenge. I wanted you to see for your. I stopped mid sentence. I had to take in her beauty. Miss Mona Lisa Sutton lit up the room with her rich caramel skin. Her lips were glossed, ready to be kissed again, while her body called out for me to save it. I gravitated to her. It was like my feet had a mind of their own. In my dreams, I couldn't wait to hold her in my arms again. So I wasted no time. That kiss did something to me that I couldn't quite explain and didn't want to explain until I knew for myself. Nothing else mattered as we embraced. Let me see if your arms make me melt like that. Your arms are so big and strong. Mona's homegirl used her finger to outline Ashai's body. She rested her head on his chest and she wrapped herself in his arms. Damn, girl, I get it. Please excuse my friend. Mona left my embrace to snatch her friend up. Ashai and I made eye contact, loving the entertainment. That scene was hilarious to me. Her best friend was hilarious to me. She was hilarious, period. But go ahead,
Yeah.
Untamed.
Okay, so here is my question, and I rarely sometimes we ask this, but it really has to speak to me. So look from your bio, put in there about the title of your first book, and then it's the title of this one. Your titles are so poetic.
Yes.
How do you come up with them? Now, I guess this is two questions. How do you come up with the titles, and do you create your title before the story, or does your story dictate your title?
Mm. So it's crazy. So for Built on Broken Pieces, which is my first book, it actually, and it's crazy I'm saying this, and I don't even know why it feels crazy saying this, but it was a title of my what they call trial sermon. So,
Mm.
in church,
Mm.
I used to be a minister and training, and
Yep.
I feel as though God gave me the word built on broken pieces, because a lot of times we are, brought into this world on broken pieces that we have no hand in, breaking.
Yep.
So
Mm.
that's how I looked at that title. But when I got the story, it kind of like connected, because a lot of those characters, it was a family. Their whole dynamic was built on broken pieces, and now the kids are trying to piece it back together when they don't have all the pieces. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm
Mm.
saying? So that's the
Yeah.
how the title came for the first book. Now, Blank Canvas of You, I have to shout out my beautiful, talented, amazing wife. My better half, my everything. Because she actually, helped with that title. We were actually on our honeymoon in Cabo, and we were sitting at the table, and I was running down what I wanted to be the book about. Like, and I'm like, what would the title be? So we kept running through titles, kept running through titles, and soon as she said it, blank canvas of you, I jumped out my seat like, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was, because it embodied everything I wanted the story, to be. So to answer your question, is the title always comes kind of before the story in some cases. The new book that I'm working on, the title came before the storyline, and also the other book is the title before the storyline. So yeah, first start with the title, and I seem to be 4-word titles for some reason. So
Yeah.
my next one is 3, honestly, and then the other one is 3 too. So it varies, but thank you for that.
Oh,
I
you're
like that.
welcome.
Yeah, I definitely like that. So this story, I I'm just trying to see how I can say this. So I love the fact, and I said this to you earlier, because one, Lamartz can be a female's name. I feel like it can be a unisex name if it's not. But if I didn't talk to you before I got this book, I would have thought it was, a woman writing it, because you did such a phenomenal job with the romance in this book. Like, you really showed that thugs, hard street dudes can be very smart. I mean, we already know they smart. They got to be smart to be out in the
Yeah.
streets. But you
Right.
Yeah.
showed that they were loving, they were caring, that even though they don't trust people, that when they get that one person or some people, that they can trust them. So with this story, where did the idea come from? Because this is a story that I have never read before either. And I do a
Right.
lot of reading. So where did this story idea come from?
So the story just originated. Initially, the outline was for an artist to have a manager, kind of help her experience. It wasn't what kind of artist it was or anything like that. I did a singer, in my first book. I wanted to really learn more about a certain art. So I was
Hmm.
like, I love painting. So let
Yes.
me, learn so much more about painting so I can really see if it's a character that I can bring to life. I started doing my research. I'm like, that is perfect because the relationship I want to build is around art, and it's not always music, because for me, I'm a music head. Music is my life.
Hmm.
Music
I
is
love music. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's how I live. I can't live without it. So I wanted to put a different spin on it. And as far as I had to go, to a place where I have a lot of female cousins. I have a lot of female friends, as well. In this particular storyline, I knew that a lot of the fan base were going to be women readers. So
Right.
I had to connect in a way with them to say, okay, I can relate, or, this is, crazy because I've been through it. So I and I also was told that most men don't do that well. So I had to kind of like prove a point that I can.
Well, you proved the
Right.
point.
You sure did. You
You proved
proved
the
the
point.
point. So listen,
Yeah.
I do have this one question. Since you were on the track with that when you were talking about, how you had to kind of prepare for it and and then of course, implement the story. So what is your favorite, or if you don't have a favorite, what's the most memorable line or moment of the book for you?
Wow. So I would have to say they had a date night. It was something that I felt like Mega wanted to do that was out of the norm, because they
Hmm.
they both was artists. So, they both knew how, to paint, and it both brought them joy. But he took it a step further, flew in somebody from Africa, to this particular park to spray paint, saran wrap. It
Yep.
was like a different experience. It was like, yo, I can really, make a painting out of saran wrap, and spray paint. So it was different for them. It was well thought out. And he really tried to like meet her where she was. That was memorable for me because I'm like, Mega, you a cool dude. Like you better
Oh no,
you better go
he
ahead. Like,
definitely can be Bay. Him and the shot. Like
Yes.
you, not even that. You gave us not one, but you gave two book bays in one book.
mm.
Cause
Hmm.
a shot, whoo, a shot. I love me some Mega, but a shot was no joke.
So the crazy part, a
Mhm.
shy for me was my favorite character too.
Yeah,
I promise
yeah,
you, like he was a shy is everything that I'm not. Like he's
yeah.
literally he says what he want, he does what he want. He moved to the beat of his own drum and he does not care. But let me tell
At
you something.
all, no consequences be damned.
He has a book coming, him and Gina. And let me
Oh,
tell you, it is I can't wait because he is gonna be so unfiltered. Like it's
all
gonna
right.
be
More than
it's
what he
gonna
is
be
in this
so
book.
oh yeah,
Listen,
absolutely.
I love me a
Absolutely.
good
So
unfiltered character, especially from a
yes.
guy. I
That
do.
dude gave no. As I'm sorry to say, he gave no fucks.
Yeah,
No fucks
at
were
all.
given. So let's go back to the beginning.
Hmm.
Okay, so I love the fact. Okay, so first of all, they called each other brothers. So,
Yes.
but as we got in the book a little bit more, we knew they wasn't brothers. They just were brought up together by this lady.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Ruby or Ruth? It was Ruby, right?
Ruby.
Okay,
Ruby.
I thought because I was like, I know, she was a snake, and I'm glad as they got older, they saw that she was not worth a damn. But that
Absolutely.
heist, okay, now you open a book with a hell of a heist, and one person, it was five of them, and
Four.
one of them lost their life.
It was
Was
four.
that like what you wanted to happen, or did the characters just was like, or was it look, or did a shy step in and say, "Nah, nigga, you ain't writing that. This what you gonna write."
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of both, but I think it was more so Mega for me because
Right.
Mm.
I, when I picture stories, I always think about the before.
Right.
So, it opens up with the heist, but when I was developing Mega, like he always was the chosen one. So you always have growing up somebody that really don't rock with you like that, that's
Yep.
really in the
Mhm.
background, like that,
Hating.
envy you, yeah, like really hating because they
Yeah.
they want what you had. And I think everybody experienced that to some
Mhm.
magnitude, some
Right.
bigger than others,
Mhm.
but I think we all experienced it to some magnitude. So it was his brother. They were brought up together. They did, get out of, come out the gutter together.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it was a point in Tone's life where he was tired of just taking orders. He wanted more. So Ashai was that more, and he had to try to eliminate him. And although Mega sensed it, he really was at a point in his life where he was like tired of it at that point anyway. So
And I agree. So another thing too is that I felt that you did different in this book. And like I said, this book was a lot of difference for me. Like I said, I read a lot. So you brought in pieces that I would be like, oh, I never thought to do that, or I would never thought of that. Like putting Ruby in charge of the type of world that they were in. Like you say, okay, let me make her, and I'm not gonna say she was a bad bitch. She was an evil using bitch,
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
because you groomed these boys to do this until adulthood, and then you was really kind of stealing from them because you was
yeah,
getting a cut and you wasn't doing nothing.
doing
So
Mhm.
nothing at
you
all.
doing nothing but just sitting there thinking you pretty when actually on all actuality you ugly, because you ugly on the inside and it just started to come out on the outside.
Exactly, exactly.
So what made you say, okay, forget having a Rodney or a Ronald, let's have a Ruby?
Because with men or with boys, I feel like they're more prone to gravitate to a woman, a mother
Right.
figure. And because Ashai and both Mega did not have that mother figure, they look for it in someone else, and they got kind of hoodwinked before they became hood educated, if that
Right.
makes
Yep.
sense.
That's true.
Mhm.
Because she educated them, but they didn't really get it until like they graduated, if
Right.
that made sense.
Yeah,
So
it do.
that's how they kind of gravitated to Ruby. Like, okay, this is a mother figure, somebody that I didn't have. She took me in, and we're making money now, and we're not really doing the drug thing because that
They
that
sure
ain't turn
wasn't.
out nothing. You get what I'm saying? So we wasn't
Hmm.
hugging the block. We were making big time, paydays, and not having to go out every month, maybe every quarter or even once a year, depending on how big the
How big
job
the job
is.
was. Right.
So that's easy money for young cats. So
So can I tell you, I thought Ruby was Mona's mother.
okay, okay,
I did for a while because like he would never talk about her. And I'm like, do he know that's her mother? And then it was like they wouldn't meet. So I'm like, okay, is it the mother? So that was kind of good because I was like, is that her mother? But when her mother stepped on the scene, I
mm.
was like, oh,
Mhm.
she a bitch.
Oh yeah,
No, she that come is what's the how they say it? The CUNT. That's what she was.
gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mhm.
So granted, okay, now her mother and her father, because I feel like now this, like I said, again, this is new and this is a difference for me because now Mona didn't have her mother growing up, and you would think her father would support everything he would do, everything she
Mhm.
wanted to do because he's compensating for not having a mother, but he didn't.
he did not.
Yeah.
He did not. And I was just like, her father blew me, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
blew me, because I'm like, you her only parent and you should be supporting her, and you would not support her. So I mean, like, what's up with that? Why did you do, look, why did you do that?
I really had to flip it because I'm like, a lot of times you see black fathers not in the household, or
Right.
black fathers, leaving to follow their dreams, and
Yeah.
things like that. But you do have some mothers that just like, okay, my dream is more important than this child.
Yep.
So
Then
Mhm.
it's
I
life.
really wanted to, yeah, and I really wanted to put a spin on it. And I believe, and honestly, while I was writing, the dad and how he was talking, I had to really pause a lot of times because I'm a dad, and I will never talk to my son because I have two sons. So my two sons like that, let alone my daughter.
Daughter, yeah,
So
Mhm.
he was nasty.
yeah, and
He
I
was
had to
Mhm.
nasty.
sit back and really like wait, like I don't feel comfortable with writing it. And if I was a man hearing you talk to your father, your daughter like that, that would be a problem. Like I would
Right.
say something, to you type of thing. So I'm
Mhm.
glad it evoked the emotions in me because I knew it was going to do it for the readers because I was mad. Like, sir, you don't say stuff like that to your baby girl, your only
You're
girl.
Mhm.
well,
Right.
The only one.
well,
Exactly.
we thought it was the only one.
Exactly.
Dad was out there creeping in that young snatch. He was out there having
Yeah.
him some good old. He was having him a
That
good old
young
time.
Tang Tang. That young Tang
And
Tang.
that snatch got snatched up. So
Yeah.
huh, that's what he get though. That's exactly what he get. But I love the fact that
Yeah.
she had Gina as a best friend, and then she had Gina's mother because to me, even though Mona did not have a mother, and then she had the type of father she had, she was pure woman to me. She was a lady. Like she dressed well, she spoke well, she was educated. She just was an epitome of, oh, I would want my son to marry. I would want my son to be loved by her. And it's like, where did you get that from when you had two no good ass parents? Not
You
one,
know what?
two.
Yeah, you know what I think it is? A lot of times we become what our environment is, you
Right.
know?
Mhm.
So for me, that was another spin on it too. Although I came out of that, I am gonna show, my mom who left, that I'm
Right.
gonna make it, without her. I'm gonna show my dad who, don't believe in my dreams. He has his own dreams, for my life. I really believe that she made it on a wing and a prayer, meaning, she leaned on her ability to say, nah, I'm that chick, and I have to find that, within myself. And I believe
Mhm.
that Mega kind of was the icing on the cake to help her,
Yeah.
nudge her a little bit more.
And
Yeah.
that's what I
And
like to. And that's why I said it was just the way you did it. It was just like so many little pieces because, like you said, she had to find a way herself, and then to meet this man. Like when they first met, instant attraction. They fell in love with each other from day one, and he was like, "Oh, she it for me." Like he barely talked to her, was around her. He already knew that she was it for him. But the fact of the matter is, even though when she found out what he really was about, like she had the biggest deal of her lifetime that will make her um what was it her art gallery become big, and he's supposed to be doing something bad. But I can say I did figure out that he didn't. So I figured that
Mm,
part out. But
okay.
I don't want
I
to say
would
too
say,
much, y'all. Like
look,
all I can
I
say
want to
is
say this too. I want to say this too, though. To Lamarck's point too about when you're a child that grows up and you don't have the support of like your parents at all for
right.
whatever reason. Those are ones just like Tupac said, the rose that grew from the concrete. It
Yep.
seems like when because I mean you're not given an opportunity to whether or not you sink or swim. Because a lot of times our parents will toss us out there and be like, you sink or swim, but you always know you kind of got that lifeline. They gonna throw that they
Hmm.
gonna throw look, they gonna throw that life preserver out there or that rope, and they gonna pull you on back to shore before you drown, and be like, okay, listen, this what you did wrong, and this what I need you to do. But when you don't have that in your life, you gotta be all you can be. Like when you don't look, you have to swim. You can't sink
Yeah.
because you
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is
because you
so
all you
true.
got. You all you got, and so and that's like right there. That's the part of it that makes the story like very realistic, especially for her character. Is because there are more people out there than not that we think of who actually have had to face that situation. And when you look up,
Absolutely.
they're the ones who are like mentors, and they are living these great and astounding lives
Yep.
because they didn't have a lifeline. They had to be
Yep.
their own lifeline. They had to mess up and figure it out on their own, and learn how to swim and create that greatness. That great person within themselves, determined not to be the people who didn't raise them.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's I
That is
love that
definitely
you
true.
I love that you put that in there, and especially for we see it so much for men, especially black men, but for women, we don't really see it, but that happens across the board for women and for men. So I'm glad you put that in there for her storyline
Yeah.
because a lot of times,
Gina's too, really, because he
yes,
gave it to Gina. Gina had to do,
yeah,
even though she had her mom, it
come
was times
on,
that
yeah,
Gina still, Gina went through things, and I can't wait to find out more about
mm-hmm,
her. I can't
mm-hmm.
wait. I can't because,
Yeah.
like I said, you gave us four characters, two strong book bay men. Because I'm telling you, the men, yeah,
The men be
the
men.
men, they were all men. They were
The
big.
men is all men.
Them men was all menin, like their math was mathing correctly, like, and then you got two strong women. Gina was loud and all of that, but she was smart,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and I
Yeah.
loved it. Now
And loyal.
that
Yes.
too. Now what threw me for a loop is when they came to arrest Shay at the end, because I'm like, now he too smart to get caught like that.
Mm.
What
Mm.
was up with that? Was that a
He,
way for you to sit him down for a minute?
Mhm. You definitely got to wait to find out, and that actually wasn't even supposed to happen. I promise
Oh
you,
wow.
it was not planned. It was not in the outline. It literally wrote itself. I promise you.
Them characters, they do it. Those characters do it every time.
Because when it happened, I was like, this idiot messed up. And then, like, so then the book went on. So I was like, okay, so maybe he's not going to get caught. So when they came in and got him, I said, God damn, he got caught.
Hmm.
He got
Hmm.
caught. But like I said, I love what you did with the book. Like you said, it wasn't men standing on the corner this time, making all his money from selling drugs. I meant, like, even though Shay didn't have, no, he didn't have a business yet. He was working to get him a business.
Yeah, he was
Hmm.
going back to school, so he was going to try the
Right.
construction thing. Yeah.
Right. He wanted to do that because and that's another thing. He was smart. He had already done his work. He knew that if he went into construction and real estate, he can make some money. And that's the way for him to clean his money. I like that
Yep.
Mega had him a barber shop. Like, it was just good to see that, yeah, they were doing things wrong, but they were also doing positive things as well.
Right. Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah,
but you
you
know what?
did this. You wrote this book. I definitely loved it.
Wow, I definitely appreciate this. I do want to make this that a point though. A lot of times, we see the bad guys, and they're good. Yeah, y'all love them. Y'all read about them, and I understand that. But the way I'm built, I said I'm gonna get a shirt that said I'm just built different because
Hey,
at
Hmm.
the end of the day, I'm still going to, be a manly man or, be a man, but I'm gonna love the hell out my women,
hmm,
from,
Yes.
my wife to, of course, I don't have a daughter, but if I had a daughter, to my sister and,
right.
everybody that's, connected to me, because at the end of the day, I want to show the women that's around me that they are royalty and that they are queens, because we hear it so much every day with people putting women down, and
Yeah.
women not getting
Hmm.
the flowers and the things that they should get. So my male characters, anytime you read a Lamartz Brown novel, you're gonna have a well-rounded guy that is not gonna be smacking his chick around, that's not gonna
Yes.
be cussing at his chick, and oh, he might say some curse words when they getting it popping. That's
Right.
something different, because you need a little bit of that,
Yep. Bend that shit over, baby.
yeah,
Yeah. Throw
exactly.
that ass back.
Exactly. All
All
of
that.
that. All of that. You get what I'm saying? When we in the
Mm-hmm.
bedroom, we gonna make it do what it do.
Right.
You
Make
Do
it
it
you
do what
you
it
get
do.
what
do.
I'm saying? But
Right.
other than that, nah, I'm gonna respect my women, and I'm gonna make sure that my characters do the same thing.
And that's what I said. I love even
Awesome. I love
Ashay.
it.
That dude was so hard. Like when he said the Gina talking about something, when he said, I love that line. She talked she talked too much, but I got something to shut her up.
Yeah.
Like we know what he's talking about, but he kept it clean too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Yes,
And you would
yes.
think he would have been more gross about it. So like that's what I'm saying. I love that they were respectful thug
Hmm.
and dudes, like for
Yeah.
real. Like
Yeah,
I loved
yeah.
it. So I mean,
And
like I
you
said,
know
I
what's funny? What's funny though is that outside people who don't really know how thug dudes operate,
yep.
they assume that they just like that with everybody. And the truth
Nope.
of the matter, and now you do have some
I
that's just
love that.
rogue, and they out there, but for the most part, like they only out there like that in them streets. They really be loving on their women. They love
They
their
Yeah.
mamas.
definitely
Like they
do.
look out for their brothers and stuff like that. They look out for their homies. Like they have a lot of love and loyalty in their heart for the people who they love,
Yep.
and
That
a
is
lot
so
of
true.
people just assume they don't, and they do. It's like, why? Half the if they really understood half the beef that really go down, really be because somebody that violated somebody that they love,
That they love. That's
get it.
it.
They would get
That's
it.
it.
They would understand. They
Word
would
up.
understand. But
Mm-hmm.
Lamartz, this has been such a great time, talking to you and learning more about you as an author, all the things that you're doing in your books. But what I really, truly want to get into right now is I want to, like, this is your time to shine. So tell us how we can reach you. Tell us where they can buy your books. Tell us what events and stuff you have going on. Anything you want us to know, let us know. And also, if you got a book release date upcoming or thinking about that you want to share
Yeah,
the book
let
too,
me
you
know,
know what I'm saying?
please.
Let
Whew.
us know.
No, I got you. So you can follow me on all social media platforms. My first name Lamartz, Lamartz, last name Brown. All of my platforms for Life Lyrics Entertainment. So you could just look that up too, lifelyricsentertainment.com. You can get, paperbacks, hardcover, signed copies, from my website, as well as I have my first book on audio. So
Oh,
you can, yes, so link to
it's on
that.
Audible or is it on your site?
It's on Audible. It's on Audible.
Okay, okay.
So you can pull it up, yes, and listen, to that. As far as upcoming things, I hate, so I'm, and I use the word hate, but I'm a reader, so I dislike when authors say it's coming soon, it's coming soon, it's coming soon. But let me tell you, it's coming soon.
Look,
um,
I was told don't put no coming soon out and you don't have no date. Cause I am one of the readers that be like, I can't stand when y'all be putting out coming soon. And my
Listen,
dumb
yeah.
butt
coming soon.
put a little, and believe me, do you know my graphics? The first thing is say coming soon, stay tuned.
Listen, see, coming soon.
Yep.
But
Yeah, so I've been really, really working hard, but I went through so much a couple of months ago, so I had to really take a mental break, from everything from social media. I really took a PTO from life, if I'm
listen,
honest.
Ain't nothing wrong with
So
that.
nothing wrong with
exactly.
it.
So I am going to, be releasing really soon. I'm wrapping up this amazing book of characters that I cannot wait for you guys, to read. And yeah, and look out for the play that's coming soon too, built on
Of
broken
course.
pieces. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. So social media, join my mailing list. So you can stay tuned at lifelyrics.com, lifelyricsentertainment.com. I'm sorry.
Oh yes,
All right.
yes, definitely.
Definitely. So you guys make sure that you are purchasing the books. If you're an Audible listener like me, I love me a good Audible read. Look, I love me a good audiobook, period. I
Yes.
just think they just bring another level of entertainment to the office work. I just love it. And also make sure that you're following, like you said, his website and be on the lookout for the play. And definitely tag us, let us know when coming soon is getting ready to release.
Yes,
So
yes.
let me tell you, y'all are now family. So I'm gonna even go further and say you guys will get it before the public even knows about it. No,
I
and
love
I'm
that for
dead serious.
look, I
I
love that
love
for
it.
us.
I love look, I love it for us too. So
I love
yeah,
that for
we
I
gonna
love
get
when we become family and we
gonna
get
get
stuff. I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I got y'all. I got y'all. I really
thank
do.
you.
Absolutely.
Thank
Yes,
you. We
yes, yes.
appreciate it.
Well, look, I just got me an audible of the book.
Okay.
Look,
I
I
appreciate
still
you. Thank you.
as soon as we done, I'll be on right over there.
Yeah,
Trust
because
me,
she
I'm
loves
gonna skip to
audibles
the
too.
loo.
Let me tell you,
I'm gonna skip to
I
the loo right over there.
our flight was 2 hours coming back from Minnesota. I listened to Kennedy Ryan's Coming Home.
Oh,
Mm,
Yes,
she's a dope author.
she
she
She's
definitely
a
really
is.
is.
really dope author. I definitely
She
gotta get into some more of her books. I said it.
listen.
Yes,
She
yes. I
really is.
definitely love it. But I can't wait. I can't
I
wait. And
I
like,
have lost my mind on Kennedy Ryan these past few months.
yep.
I think I read what like 5, 6 books of hers these past
Hmm.
3 months.
Yeah, I definitely gotta dig more into her character. I've been on a Takira Allen kick. That is,
Woo! That's a good
Yes.
kick to be on too.
Did
she
you
is
do the
one of
I
age,
my.
the last stop of
cheer.
innocence?
Oh
Have you?
yes, of course. I read
Ooh,
every Takira Allen book
yes,
ever created to man.
yes,
Like,
Really?
yes.
Well,
yeah.
that's that Jersey
Listen,
in you.
Oh
That's
yeah.
that
That's
Jersey.
yes,
that's
that
my girl.
Jersey.
She just had an event
I
for
Mm-hmm.
Women from North.
know.
I was
Yes.
there in person.
Really?
Okay.
I and see,
Okay.
I'm so mad because now, I'm not that far from Jersey and I didn't think to just go ahead and attend. So I hope she do one next year.
But can I
Yeah.
tell you, you're not that far from me either. So whenever I'm going to an event, we right
Yes,
here.
you gotta
Like,
let me
Listen.
know.
Well,
Look, I
y'all
would
just let me
travel
know.
to
I
come
hop
for
a
a book
flight
event.
now. I
yes,
hop a
I'm
flight.
down.
I know I'm
Yeah,
look. I know I'm
Jersey
in the South.
ain't but a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yes,
Listen, I
most
know I'm in the
definitely.
South, but I'll hop a flight, you guys. So y'all let me
In a
know.
minute. Yep.
I
Okay.
have a flight in
Definitely.
a minute, so y'all gotta let me know. But yes, but we are so excited. I'm so excited to be getting the first, and I'm gonna hop and get this audiobook so y'all do too.
Yep.
Y'all
Get this
go,
audio
y'all
book,
get
folks.
this audiobook, get a signed copy. Look, I don't care what you get, just get it. just
Right.
get
Just
one or the
get it.
other. Just get one or the other.
Yes,
But oh
please.
my goodness, thank you guys so much. Well, Crystal, tell everyone where they can connect with you.
Well, you can connect with me on Instagram at Books and Soul One, but on Facebook and TikTok, I am Books and Soul. I'm getting back to putting videos on TikTok and
Mhm.
mm, book talk too much for me.
Listen, you know what? Well, I'm gonna say it like this. I don't know. I For some reason it had that side of book talk had hit me, so I'm enjoying the side that I'm on. Whatever this good side of book talk I'm on, I hope I stay there. But
Well,
I'm
I need
enjoying
to
this.
find it because I be getting the good and the bad, and I ain't got time for it. I ain't
I
got
get
time,
the
so
good
I
side.
don't even be wanting to be on there. But that's where I am. But mostly, and you guys, I really, if I sit still, I probably have at least about 30 books that I can do reviews on. It's ridiculous. I'm just
Wow.
reading, but I'm writing. Like I'm really enjoying writing. I'm really enjoying, character development. Like I'm
Hmm.
really enjoying world building. I just said
Hmm.
before you got on here, Lamartz, that the person who's helping me with building my world, she's going to kill me because now I just came up with two more things I need. Like, how can I
Please.
have a whole city and have it full of crime, but not have a police station in the hospital?
Mm.
Yeah.
Go figure.
So
So, I
it's
mean, I'm
okay.
okay if they
You'll
bury
have a
them
whole.
anywhere, and let the grass grow over them, but, can't
You'll
do that.
have it. You'll get it. You'll get
Yes.
it. So you're gonna build it all together. Look, you'll have your whole entire community completed by the time this book comes out, and we are here
Yes,
for
I
every
definitely
last
will. I already
bit
got
of
three
it.
cities. Three cities, and
See,
that's
she
in
gonna
the
have a whole
county.
state. She gonna have a
I
state.
love
Look,
it.
she might have a whole country by the time she
I
finishes.
know. Good gosh, I need to stop.
No, no, keep going because it's gonna be inspirational for somebody. I'm
Yeah, for
enjoying just
real though.
that. I'm
Yes.
enjoying just watching the development of that because that is so creative. And shout out to the graphic designer who's helping you design all of this stuff because she is a beast.
She
Um,
killing it. She is
she's killing
killing
it.
it. Like I can't. That's why I said I'm so ready to share it, and I know I have to make sure that people are seeing it because all I do is say this is what I want, and when I say she come back, and I be like One time I like literally had tears drop down my eyes because I was like, this is what I
Mhm.
asked for and this is what she created.
You gotta
I mean,
get
That's
to meet
she
her
didn't already, I already got
information.
my book cover for my second book. And I'm just like,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
time to get into the you gotta start sharing. Drop a little droplets, little little nuggets every
I'm
now and
about
again,
to,
so
I'm
we can
definitely
start
about to, I'm
seeing.
working on that now. So I'm about to
Yeah,
drop it. So you kind of getting about what is who, so Lux County.
he said send it to
Tag
him
me,
too.
tag
Yes,
me,
I
Tag him,
tag
got
me.
you. I
tag
got
him.
you. Yeah.
He
So
said tag.
Krista Lux is my author name.
So
So
you
I
guys
definitely
make
will
sure
tag you.
y'all follow
But
follow her at Crystalus and at Books and Souls. So
yep.
so we can build
So
up the writing community as well for her on that side as well. And well, for
yeah,
me,
it's
we
definitely exciting. I didn't realize. I mean, I already knew all this, but I'm a lot crazy. I'm a lot nasty and a lot nasty, and it's going to get wild.
Okay.
I can't wait. I can't
Yeah.
wait. Well, you guys, make sure that you are following me if you have not already. And I appreciate all of the followers, you guys. I really, really do.
Yeah.
Y'all really have joined in and followed me on my madness. I haven't really been sharing too much madness. It's been more so business, but that's hey, that works too.
Right.
Because y'all get to see everything that's really going on in the real life of Untamed. But follow me. I'm everywhere as Author Untamed. Facebook, Instagram. I am on Twitter, but I got a page, but I'm never on there. But if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm there. TikTok at Author Untamed. And also my alter pseudo, which is Aries Sky. You can follow me on Instagram, Aries Sky underscore. And also, Aries Sky is on TikTok and Facebook as author Aries Sky. So follow me there because I do have a book releasing under that brand in October called Love on the Ninth
Y'all ain't
Floor.
ready for that. Y'all ain't ready.
I love these characters.
I love me some Nisa and Cannon.
Listen, I
Yes.
love them characters so doggone much. And not even just the main one. It's like his brother, her sister, like
His
y'all.
father,
His father.
his
His
father
father
is
is the
hilarious.
best.
Yes.
His father's the best. Oh my god! Even the girls' parents, they was
Yes, they were
so
great
amazing.
too. It's the
They
only
was
person I didn't like is Benji.
okay.
Yeah.
listen, listen. So y'all may or may not like Benji, but it's okay. Y'all may or
Yeah.
may not like him. But yeah, I even like old toxic Javon. Like Javon was, he was toxic, but I love him. He was a great
Yeah, he
friend.
was. He better than Benji. A dog is better than Benji.
Oh my god! Look, as y'all can tell, she can't stand bitches. So y'all may or may not like bitches. But
And he was cool at first until he did what he
yeah,
did.
yeah, he was yeah. Poor
He was
Benji.
cool at first, but
Listen, poor Benji. But yes, and also up next at the end of the month, we will have our book series of the month discussion live on IG with author Robbie Renee. We will be discussing somebody's wife and somebody's forever. And if y'all already don't know, listen, you better get into Dr. Ezekiel Green and Gemma Jules Warren. Y'all, them
let
two
me
of them
tell
girls.
you something. When I say I can't wait to talk to her, that book hit home. That
Mm.
book hit home. Do you
Oh my
hear me?
gosh. Oh my gosh. Like
I
I
can't
love the series. So
I
y'all
can't.
make
Yeah,
sure
that series. Woo! I tell
September
you.
27th at 7 p.m. It goes down on IG Live. She will be live with us. We will be live talking about this book series. And we have an important announcement too that day, you guys. So you do not want to miss it. You got to tune in to the live to hear the important announcement that we got
We
going
be having a
on.
lot of those.
Yeah, we do. We do. But I love it though. They're always good.
I
They're
know, I
always
know.
good announcements. So please tune in. And also, you guys, again, if you like commercial on the show, you can visit untamedpublishing.net for the commercial packages. Sponsorships are on anchor.fm/get caught up. And you can check us out on Spotify, Audible, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and everywhere else you listen to your
Cause we
podcast.
out here.
Because we out here in these streets. So we thank you guys so much. Lamar, it has been a pleasure talking to you and, laughing it up, learning some important information, just and hearing more and more about your book. So I am so glad that we were able to sit down with you. And I
Yes.
love when we have men that come on the show. I love our sisters, of course, all the time. But when we have our male authors, it just does something to me because I just love that they get to sit, our readers, especially our young men, they get to see that representation.
That is so true. I thank you because, like I said, I got to read the book. I enjoyed the book. You gave me two book bays. I can't wait to Asha and Gina's story.
And we get to
I
read more
got you.
about another book bag.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah.
I love it.
Yes. So thank you so much. And again, you guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the show week after week and supporting these authors and all the guests on the show and supporting us. We appreciate you for listening and tuning in to us week after week, month after month, and we could not do it without you guys' support. So we appreciate you.
Yes,
And
definitely do.
give y'all love and we just hope that we are giving it right back to you. So you guys have been amazing going into, oh my gosh, the fifth season of the podcast in January. So I'm excited.
Oh
I'm excited for
my gosh.
that. Season number 5 is coming up in January. So I am so excited. And I just, again, thank you guys so much. And like I said again, if you do miss any of our episodes, they are there permanently placed so you can listen to them at any time. And until next time, you guys, don't forget to get caught up. Good night.
Good night.